Welcome back. We've seen some exciting Game 5s today. TCM went up against RGS. They had a big lead in that, blew it. RGS ended up winning round 11. It was on this same map. We're heading into Riot, Search, and Destroy. E6 and Epsilon all tied up at 2 apiece. Landon, I'm going E6, and for one reason. Parasite is a monster on Riot.
Yeah, Parasite, I'm not going to lie, Parasite kind of scares me, but I'm still rooting for the Epsilon guys in the back of my mind. I'm not saying that they're out of it just yet, but Royalty to me is a guy that I really want to watch. Royalty's a very, very strong player, but very good players overall for this Epsilon squad, but Parasite, one of the best players in Search and Destroy that we have this entire game. A team with him on it, you can only expect to be good at Search and Destroy, and they've really dominated from what I've seen in their previous matches.
They won game number 2. That was the first Search game they had to tie things up in this series. We're expecting to kind of cruise through. Remy opening things up, by the way, with a nice 2-piece. Swanee in the kill feed will make it a 4-on-1 for General, and Remy's going to get 3 of those 4 kills. Nice start there for Remy on his North Dakota host. But looking at this E6 squad, they kind of crushed on retreat. So I'm worried for Epsilon. Nagafen gets the plant. We'll have to see how it plays out throughout the rest of this game. A good start for everyone on Epsilon.
Yeah, not even one player dropping from Epsilon. It was a 1 versus 4. Not gonna win that one, at least unless you're silly. But and I mean not actually silly, but the player silly. But you're gonna see what Enigma 6 can do off of that pretty destructive loss. Lacefield gonna be that bomb carrier for this team right now, as he actually is the pickup in Ruiz normally on this E6 squad, but Lacefield picking it up for them in this 5K today. As looks like a couple kills going down. Nagafen gonna drop early, as looks like they respond with General dropping as well as Proofy. But Lacefield with that bomb in a 2 versus 2 just misses a player, and he's gonna be shot out from behind him. Nice movement, but not gonna spot those players. Teammate does so. 1 versus 2 here for Royalty.
Wow, Parasite just saved Lacefield, and now Royalty has his hands full. Bomb not down yet. He's got plenty of time. No need to panic. And I think he's gotta go for the bomb protector first, obviously, once they go for the plant. And it looks like A is going to be the ideal site for E6.
Yeah, we could see Royalty here on the flank. Has a perfect opportunity to grab the 2-piece. He's going to spot Lacefield. Spots one. There is going to be another player there, and he is going to escape with his life, at least for the moment. Parasite might decide to plant that bomb, or we might see him try to rotate. Good, big kill coming up. Ooh. Parasite going to win that one, so that's going to be a round in response there for this Enigma 6 team. Great clutch kill there out of Parasite.
Yeah, that was getting a little bit scary. Royalty played it nice. He gave his position away, though, when he went out for the first kill. Parasite could have burned him that time. In the end, Parasite, patient, confident, charges in. Looked like on Parasite's screen, Royalty just wasn't ready. We'll switch it up, go at it one more time, though. Epsilon back on the attack. Remy, my player to watch.
Yeah, I'd say Remy and probably Parasite. Parasite actually picked up 3 out of the 4 last kills in that last round, but I'm going to start off with Remy. Obviously, on the offensive side is this Epsilon team. Nagafen going to be your bomb carrier, firing some nades over. It looks like he might connected with one, stunning them pretty well here, as they're going to make a rush here over to this B bomb site. Currently on board with Parasite now, as he is over at this B bomb site, maybe trying to make the flank, but Nagafen looking to get this bomb down.
Yeah, bomb is being planted right away. Swanee is going to pick up first blood there on Proofy. Remy, watching as the bomb is planted safely, will be in a 4v2 against General and Lacefield. General's getting out of there. Lacefield, though, contesting up top, is shut down by Swanee again. So Swanee with 2 big kills in this round. General has his work cut out for him. Finds 2, can't finish the second, and is going to be mowed down.
Yeah, I think we actually saw Parasite might have killed himself. I saw a skull with no team player next to him, so I'm not really sure what happened with Parasite there. Wasn't on board with him, but another round going in favor of Epsilon. Good try there out of General. Had a pretty good opportunity to grab the second, but good overall steady shots there from Remy. Most likely would have got picked up by Swanee, who I believe was up top, but 2-1 in favor of this Epsilon team. Going to be on the offensive side will be the E6 team, as I believe it's normally Lacefield who's going to grab the bomb, but 0-3 start. He is going to grab the bomb. So I was just making sure. 0-3 start from both Proofy and Lacefield. We'd like to see them pick it up here.
Haven't talked a lot about Proofy yet tonight. Looking forward to watching him if they move on. Proofy in a tough position, 2-on-3. Lacefield, a bomb carrier, trying to rotate back for some cover. And the defenders, they were all three in prison, now working their way to the back of the map.
Yep. Both players that from E6 are combining for 0-6, so hopefully they can maybe get a kill on the board, maybe make themselves positive in some way. But you can see all three players on the mini-map for Epsilon focused on that A bomb site, but one player rotating around toward the B bomb site. That's actually going to be Swanee. It's going to be Remy. So Lacefield might have spotted Remy there, going to be on the flank possibly here, and he could have a couple kills. Picks up Remy.
Wow.
Big kill there for Lacefield, 2 versus 2. They're going to know exactly where Lacefield is at. Just waiting for him to get picked off.
Lacefield is playing so aggressive. Proofy trying to get over there to cover, and they will both get tagged up. Not a whole lot of trading potential there for Proofy and Lacefield. Not as coordinated as you'd like to see a 2-on-2.
Yeah, for them to be doing as, I wouldn't say terrible, but for them not doing as well as they have been, combining for 1-8, is Lacefield improve. They just didn't really have very good positioning. I wasn't really sure what Proofy was doing. I think he was kind of anticipating Lacefield to get a kill, but still, Epsilon looking very strong thus far, up 3-1, as they're just trying to advance. You got to know, with them not performing very well in the league, they want to maybe do well in these weekend tournaments. Doing pretty well so far in this 5K. As I'm gonna hop on board with Nagafen, who is going to be the bomb carrier.
Love me some Nagafen. Here's a look at him working with his squad. Remy's going to lead the charge right after Proofy. Proofy gets cleaned up. Excuse me, no, that was Lacefield. And now we'll see Parasite, last man standing after the Swanee boot on Proof. 1-on-3. This is going to be tough. And Parasite just gave away his position. This round is basically done.
Yeah, this is going to be a very tall order here out of Parasite. Going to spot maybe one here from Swanee. Swanee just trying to peek, but Swanee's going to notice him, picks up the kill, 4-1. Now in favor of Epsilon. They're absolutely rolling right now. Constant 1v3s, and they're just making them work for it. Great job out of Epsilon thus far. And I believe that was, I think, Swanee at the getting in the round-ending kill cam. It is. So Swanee finishing up again. 7-1 start for Swanee on a 5 streak.
Not a bad start at all.
I'll take that any day.
Going in is Swanee. 4-1, Epsilon with a fantastic lead. Can they hold on? Can they close this out? Swanee is our player to watch on defense.
Yeah, gonna hop on board with Swanee, like you said, on the defensive side, but also Lacefield. 1-5, so him and Proofy both got kills. That's always good to have, but no donuts for them. Just breadsticks for tonight, but Lacefield firing some shots. Now gonna be one player left out of Epsilon. Nagafen realizing this. You're going to have a couple players rushing up through this A-bomb site. All of them rushing toward him. Can he stay alive? Lacefield is going to plant that bomb as soon as possible.
Proofy almost got picked off there. Nagafen still fighting. He's got Parasite behind 1 AC. Proofy on the other, and Lacefield did get that bomb off. So 1v3 against the timer. And there was another opportunity to finish off Proofy. Nagafen just couldn't connect, and now we're going to a round number 7. Score 4-2. In favor of Epsilon. They still got total control, but you got to get nervous if E6 wins this next one and it's back-to-back round wins.
Oh, yeah. They'll definitely be feeling it if E6 is able to clutch this one up. But thus far, I like that play from E6 there. I liked how Parasite didn't necessarily have the challenge. He waited till his teammates could maybe surround him. But overall, a very good victory for that round out of E6. Like you said, they could be feeling the pressure here. Maybe you might see a couple of missed shots for every once in a while out of Epsilon, but they will be on the offensive side as Nagafen, sitting at 1-4, has been an objective player, so you can't really hate on him too much, but with 3 bomb plants, he's definitely been doing his part.
Yeah, you can see they've gotten down every single bomb on the attacking rounds. Remy off the break is hit with double stuns, forced to back up. Players all around him. He feels the pressure. Lacefield, though, takes out his teammate Nagafen first. Remy in a battle up top is going to lose that against General. So now it's going to be Royalty and Swanee in a 2-on-3.
Yeah, Royalty and Swanee both starting off 7-2 here. See if they can maybe add a couple more kills to their total. General going to win a big gunfight there against Royalty. Swanee also now left in a 1 versus 3. Can he clutch it up is the question. He might spot Parasite from behind, does so, picks up the kill. No on Parasite. I thought Parasite was going to die. Big player rushing in here. Swanee going to pick up the kill on Lacefield. So some pretty interesting gunfights going down as Lacefield is going to drop Parasite. Narrowly escapes with his life. Swanee, once he peeks this, will be met by Parasite. And Parasite is going to win it. E6 making the comeback.
I thought Swanee had him off the head glitch. We'll see it one more time from Parasite's point of view. Swanee just had it aimed at the proper height of Parasite. Great movement, good positioning, makes it very tough for Swanee to hit the headshots. and is going to clutch up on the round. General and Parasite on a 2-3 streak, and that will be 2 rounds in a row. So Epsilon, worst thing that could happen, they give another round of confidence to E6. They got to put a stop to the bleeding right here.
Exactly. You do not want to be tied with this team. E6 can definitely make a run if you give them a chance to. And now you can see them might be making that rotation over to B, but one player is going to be on the flank. That's going to be Nagavan. Nagavan has a perfect opportunity to get some players down with his teammate taken out. He might be able to spot this rotation over to the B bomb site, picks up Parasite, and General coming in toward the action. Nagavan playing a very massive part in this certain round. Lacefield going to connect, but Nagavan trying to fire some shots. He will be dropped, so 2 versus 2. Lacefield with that bomb back in their spawn, though.
Nagavan drew him out, and you saw Royalty able to punish one. Now the 2-on-2 once again. Lacefield and Proof left alive. The 2 strugglers here from E6. 2-6, 3-6. Haven't been able to get a whole lot going. This would be a huge round for the E6 members.
Looks like Lacefield and Proof making their way over to this A bomb site. Swanee and the boys from Epsilon, well, at least Royalty, will be there in some form or fashion. Royalty just waiting for that maybe move over to the B bomb site. However, it's not happening. Bomb is down. And you can see the rotations from both Epsilon players moving on, but Lacefield picks up a big kill there. Now a 1 versus 2 for Swanee. Can he win this one? Picks up the kill on Lacefield. 1 versus 1. Who's going to win it? Proofy versus Swanee. And Proofy is going to knowingly go back, but the defuse is coming in from Swanee. This one could go down.
Oh my goodness, Proof is there. He's too smart for that. The veteran knows better. 4-4, 3 straight rounds here for Enigma 6. And now you start to sweat. Basically a best of 3. Whoever wins the first 2 is going to be moving on in this tournament. Loser is knocked out.
Big heads up play there from Proofy, able to kill that diffuser with a good amount of time left. You know, would I have maybe predicted Swanee to do that, or would have advised him to do that? Probably not, but I can see where everyone else is. So, we've seen a lot of defuses come in the past. A lot of players have been just going for the defuse rather than the kills, and it's been working out for them lately. But unfortunately for Swanee, not happening, as the Epsilon guys now in this round number 9, looking to maybe pick this one up. You can say they're definitely sweating it, as E6 has made the comeback. Nagavan with the bomb in hand, looking to make it over to this A bomb site, but nades coming in from all spots.
They're definitely slowing it down. Royalty in a interesting window here. Just waiting for a flank on the back end. You see Remy playing with fire. Wants to get involved. There's the first shots, and he is going to make them count against Parasite. So Parasite out of the picture here. Crucial round. Big fight going on in the back. And it looks like it's going to happen with Royalty chasing after General. General's cut down. Lacefield and Proof, last 2 alive once again. And they're in trouble. Royalty's going to take out Proof, so it's all up to Lacefield. A 1v4. This round is going to Epsilon.
Yeah, 1 versus 4. Bomb down. This is not looking good for Lacefield unless we can see him pull something out amazing. This round is going to go in favor of Epsilon. But you're going to see on board with Lacefield right now. Going to have one player from behind. Spots one in the air. I don't know how we saw that player, but going to lose the gunfight 5-4. Great pickup there from Epsilon. Want to close this one out. 1 round away from doing so.
Yeah, props to Lacefield for being able to track him down there momentarily. Here's a look at it from Royalty's perspective, though. Royalty has been running the bow all game. We only saw him with an SMG throughout all of relegation. But sticking with the AR, he's making it work already in double digits. 11 kills already, 4 deaths on a 3 streak is Royalty.
Yep, E6 definitely feeling it right now. Need to force around 11. Would be fun to see nonetheless, but Lacefield now with that bomb. And what we've seen every round, Lacefield go up top here and try to stun the crap out of this Epsilon team. Normally, if they get the picks, they're going toward A. And if they don't, they're most likely going to try to rotate over to the B bomb site. But strategies work for them thus far. We're able to make the comeback, at least for the most part. But on board with Swanee right now, as there are going to be some big gunfights here in this hallway momentarily. Swanee going to find one. He's going to knock out Parasite. 3 versus 3. Lacefield still with that bomb.
Proofy's waiting directly above Swanee as well. That bomb is rotating over to the B bomb site. Swanee is aware they need to get eyes on it. Calls it out, no one moving. And you'll see Nagafen. He's just waiting for the overextension, patiently waiting. Swanee not going to get challenged quite yet, but he's got his teammate Royalty in position in case it happens. Royalty ready to loop in from the bottom middle. Might be going on the long flank. And Epsilon, they've got 30 seconds to work with here, playing this one super patient.
Yeah, Lacefield is going to fall 2 versus 2 now. General just trying to desperately get that bomb down. Swanee knows he's there. Teammate of Royalty going to pick him up. Royalty gets the 2-piece.
Nice.
And that's going to do it. Epsilon going to move on.
Big win here for Epsilon. They took game 1. Ever since that, it was going back and forth, back and forth. They were able to steal the hard point off host, forcing this game 5. And then you have Swanee dropping 10-4. But Royalty, the man of the hour, finishes on a 5 streak, 13-4 to close the door on Enigma 6. They will move on into our round of 4 and play against RGS in the second semifinal when we return.